Come and help me do the intro. Come here. So, vlog number 2. What's been happening? Grimsby 10k. Got my medal up here. No idea if that's in shot. We'll talk about that. We have gone just over 2 weeks of the 60-day sober challenge. It's going really well. Feel good. Feel happy with that. And then what's coming up next? So I'm going to cover all of those. Biscuit's got a bone in the background. You might be able to hear it chomping away. So Grimsby 10, that was yesterday. Filming this on Monday. It was hot. It was way hotter than I expected it to be. Set out to it. You can't see it from where the camera is, but I've got a whiteboard over there which has got my goals for the year. It's got the Grimsby 10 on it. The reason I'm not showing you it is because it's got what else is coming up. I'm still keeping that secret. And it's got sub 55 minutes written on it. So I went sub 55. It was 53 on the dot for the chip time. Fairly happy. 7 out of 10 on the morning. It felt really good. I did feel like I could have gone a bit quicker. Set off far too quick. Ignored all the advice I would give to my clients. No negative pacing. Went out hard. First 2k was covered in 10:10, about that, maybe 10:20. Which meant I hit a wall, and I hit it fairly hard because it was hot. Which made for an awesome day. People out with hose pipes spraying people down as we were running by and stuff like that. That was cool. But it made it hard to run, and it meant my heart rate actually hit 205, which is probably the highest it's ever been, even compared back to when I was competing in Hyrox. It was way higher than that. Yeah, wiped me out for the rest of the day yesterday, really, to be honest. But we got it done. We beat the goal. Could I have done more? Maybe. Am I glad I did it after the shin splints, everything like that I was suffering with after Dewsbury 10? Yeah, it's good. On reflection, I'm happy. 2 weeks of no drinking leading into that, and obviously part of the 60-day challenge, which means I've got around 46 days. Feeling good for that. Learning a lot about non-alcoholic beer, which is quite interesting. You may have seen this on my Instagram stories and stuff recently. Turns out not all non-alcoholic beer is non-alcoholic. There are some which is the cut-off for it is 0.5% for it to be non-alcoholic, which is quite interesting. Drop me your thoughts on that in the comments, because it created a bit of discussion on my social medias about, do people count a 0.5% beer, even though it technically is alcohol-free according to the guidelines of what non-alcoholic beer is? Would you count that as non-alcoholic? Put your comments about that below. I'm intrigued by this, because there's a lot of different views on that, and especially with people who don't, and I didn't understand that 0.5% is alcohol free. It's quite intriguing to see what other people think of that. So share your thoughts with me in the comments about that, please, guys. I'm really interested in that. But yeah, the first 2 weeks of that have been good. Weekend before this weekend, it was my birthday. Managed to get through that without having a drink, but also spent 30 hours laying laminate flooring in the kitchen. Are you coming in? Come here then. Come here. Let's go. Right then. Here she is. What are you doing? Oh, you gonna say hello? Come here then. Oh, there you go. Anyway, what's coming up next, Biscuit? We've got Total Warrior that we're doing as a few of my PT clients coming along with that. That's going to be cool. That's going to be a load of fun. That is the 22nd of June. We also have in July the St Aidan's 10k, which is a trail 10k. I don't know how traily it's going to be. That's going to be cool. Looking forward to that. That again, doing that with a load of my clients. That's going to be fun. With that being an off-road one, that's not really going to be a PB attempt or anything. That's just going to be a bit of fun. It's also being held on a Friday evening in July, so that's going to be warm. Another one to think about. What do you use as your motivation? So this is off the back of me watching a YouTuber who I'd like to count as a friend now. I think I've been watching him for nearly 2 years. Moderator on his channel, stuff like that, really cool. He did a 200 lap of the Nürburgring, which, if you don't really know what that means, that was 28 hours of driving continuously on his own against the AI, and it was ridiculous. But the inspiration that gives me just to get through, when something gets hard, you've got two options, right? You can either stop completely doing what you're doing and just pack up and walk away from it, or you can get your head down, get stuck in, remember your why and push on and get it done. Now, that's quite an extreme example. Someone sim racing for nearly 30 hours and live streaming it all. It is mind blowing doing that sort of thing. But it really got me thinking, and it got me thinking about why do we do these hard things? What do we want to achieve from them? And what sort of place does that put you mentally and physically to push on and push yourself harder than you think you can? So I really want to know about other people's motivation. What motivates you? Is it about beating yourself? Is it about following in someone else's footsteps? Is it about beating friends, beating family members who have done similar events? For those of you that have done marathons before, is that you want to beat a time that someone else that you know who comes to the same gym, the same boot camp, whatever, you want to beat their time? Or do you just want to challenge yourself to do it? Personally, for me, I don't ever really give a shit what anyone else has done in their event, because you don't know their training history, you don't know their lifestyle, you don't know their natural ability of doing something. There are people who are running who are my age who will have had 30 years experience of running at high level, because they will have started doing cross country at school, doing those competitions and just never stopping. Now, for someone like me who dropped out of fitness for 10 years until his mid-20s and then really got back into it, I am never going to match up to that. I don't think you can re-engineer your body to get back to the sort of level that someone who's never stopped is at. But it blows my mind what you can actually push yourself to do. Off the back of watching this stream that I'm talking about, I ended up looking at some stupid events, big events that even 12 hours before watching this stream, I wouldn't have even considered. But I'm now talking to people about doing, I'm now considering doing, and I'm now looking at, just to see what I can do, just to see if I was to do some crazy, stupid 24-hour thing, at that point at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, where would my mindset be at? What would I be able to do? Would I just quit? Would I just roll out? Would I just move on? Or could I dust myself off? Could I go again? And it's really intriguing to me at the minute how much of that comes down to mental strength, how much it comes down to physical strength, how much it comes down to just being, and these might not be some of the right words, but arrogant, pig-headed, just, I've said I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm just going to get my head down and do it. Or is it a case of, I've said I'm going to do this, I've got this social media following now who are now looking, who are wanting me to either achieve it or wanting me to fail. And is the motivation of the people who want you to do it stronger than the motivation of the people who want you to fail? What's going to push me if I go for something stupid and really push myself? Is the motivation of the people watching from the outside? And I don't know if there is anyone watching me from the outside. I'm not saying there is. I don't know if there is. But is there people from the outside watching hoping that I'm going to fail? Or is everyone behind me 100% going, yeah, I want to watch him do this. I want to watch him do well. It's kind of really stuck in my head over the stream finished on Friday afternoon. And it's really stuck in my head all weekend. Even doing the Grimsby 10, there was a 3 kilometre stretch in a dead straight line in the blazing sunshine, no shade either side of the road. And I'm there, and when you turn the corner and you're looking straight down, you can see a bridge at the far end that's about 2 kilometres down. And I'm thinking, you just get to that, just keep going. And then when it's getting hard, I'm thinking, well, I've just watched someone sit in a sim rig for 28 hours. I can run for 10 minutes. I can do that because the human body can achieve whatever we set out to. I've gone on an absolute ramble there about that, but it really does intrigue me that if you set out to do something, where do you then find that motivation? That is what I would love to know from you guys in the comments. I know I've already asked for your comments about alcohol-free beers, but throw that down there as well. Where is your motivation? What pushes you to do these things? Is it for you? Is it for family gain? Is it for ultimately financial gain, I suppose, for some people with some of the stuff that they're doing? What drives you to do more than you've already done? Now, I'm going to end that there because I've gone on an absolute ramble, and I've got to go because I've got a half marathon to train for now. I'll see you soon, guys. Cheers. Bye.